Welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. I got to wrap this book up for you, so I got something nice for you. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life, and that's what it is. Through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we go with this? Let's get there together. So, a person who knows. I asked the question, excuse me. Do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken him. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here too. Wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these people, all these persons, reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And always to Maya be true. This is a life lesson that I think is important. So I'm going to take my time and get through it. So get ready. It's about to be a lesson. Put your shoes on, get comfortable. Knowing thyself, right thinkers, let's talk about knowing thyself is simple. Just not necessarily easy. Bam. Let's talk about it. Because the things that you have to do to know thyself is well worth it once you do them. Trust me, that's the rewards. Simple, but not easy, not necessarily easy. The main doctrines of attaining self-knowledge, and that's the purpose of you being here, that's the purpose of me being here, for you to obtain self-mastery and the expansion of one's consciousness are said to be simple. As Lee Corso say, not so fast, my friend. But simple does not necessarily mean easy. If it's easy, you don't want it. I'm just saying. A lot of things to go with that philosophy. I ain't getting to that, but that's one of mine. Many people find them hard to believe and understand despite their simplicity. Yeah, if you got to put a little work in, you got to go a little extra distance. Some people don't want to do that. That's why it's not for everybody. That's why everybody don't achieve it. Again, but if you do the thing that you have to do, the benefits are all for you. Now you have very high intellect. Excuse me, you have a very high intellectual knowledge. Yeah, book knowledge. Yeah. Again, have it don't mean jack. But this is not enough. Hello. Why? God cannot be known by thinking. What you mean? I got to be God conscious. Yeah, that means your actions, because you're God conscious, should be pleasing to Him. Hello. So don't talk about that double talk game with me. I'm way smarter than that nonsense. It ain't about the game plan. It's about you understanding. I'm not here to debate or no. I'm here to teach. And it is necessary for every person who wants to go beyond the thinking process. If you want to get to God, you have to go behind the thinking process to what? To the wisdom experience, knowing the state of being. Hello, Gnostic, knowing through what experience. That's how you can know God. That's what I'm giving you how to do just that. This is the state we're in. What? State of mind we're in. The human attains his God-like state of consciousness. I'm excited. If you want to know yourself, this is what you need to be practicing. Not learning, no, doing. I'm giving it to you. All you got to do is practice it, and I know it works. So I'm not beefing with nope. It's not for debate. This can be accomplished. You ready? How? By listening, reflecting, spending time on what you heard. A lot of people come get the lesson, 5 minutes after the lesson, what do you say? Oh, well, they supposed to talk some good stuff. You didn't reflect on it. You just listened. You heard it. You didn't put it to reflection, comprehend it, see it, get it, understand it, and then meditate on it. And meditating on what? The said teachings. Every day, if you meditate, you get a lesson to meditate for, or to help you along the line. That's what I'm here for you every day. What I do is for you. Moving on. No one sees a problem. Now, I hear a lot of people talking about work, no play. I study so that I can teach. I learn, I gather information so that I can teach. Well, that's all you do. Don't worry about what I do. Come get your lessons, and that's all you can do for yourself. But watch this. Nobody sees a problem when a basketball player, football player, tennis player, or athlete puts in 8 to 10 hours daily. Kobe said he would put 12, 14 hours in working on his game. I put that in working on my lessons. How about that? So that's why, watch this. If you do that to become what? Perfect. But when someone tries to institute what? A rigorous, spiritually disciplined philosophy, they are called fanatics. No, I call those who run around claiming all that hoop hollering. That's a fanatic. I'm not a fan of God. Okay, I'm a servant. I work for God. I got plans and understanding how I can get you to know God for yourself. That's my job. I take that serious. And some people may think, okay, this nigga is insane, etc. You can say what you want, call it what you want. And you have the right. It don't mean nothing to me. You, watch this, yet how can we expect to become good at spirituality, using spiritual discipline, if we don't what? Practice. I tell you, when you do it daily, the sun don't come up every now and then when it feel like it. Daily, be like the sun. Straightforward. Practice. In other Anderson way, practice. We're talking about practice. Yeah. In life, that's what you're doing. You're practicing to die. So when you die, if you did the right thing by living, doing right, your body will die, but your spirit will go on back with this business. If not, it's going to get reincarnated. Simple. But you, watch this, practice must be continuous. Just like you're breathing, you practicing, inhaling, exhaling. This point cannot be stressed more strongly. You live spiritual. Spiritual discipline must be maintained until one becomes, you ready? God-like in consciousness. Christ-like, Horus, Nihas, Enlightenment, Nirvana, all those titles for reaching the same place. Okay? Just like all names for God. Still God. When you become God conscious, now you will what? Perform godly things. You will do good things. You have to hold yourself accountable to be pleasing in God's sight. I hear y'all say that all the time. I hear they sound good. But those who live it, I respect them. Those who just talk it, I got none for you at all. Moving on. I get it. I understand it. I live it. Yours, yeah, what? If it's good, I practice it. Ain't no problem. I'm with you every week. So I'm down. Yeah. But where we are down here? Practice, yeah. Becoming your best self. This is the highest good. Supreme good. Son and Brahma. You now are pleasing in God's sight. You're a walking, illuminated being. You're the Akus. You're a being walking the earth spiritually with knowledge of self. Whatever else you do at that, it's fine. Again, you ain't got to stop or chase nothing, but gain knowledge of self. Moving on. Now you must concentrate what? Your life. You must concentrate what? Your life, what? In this direction. regardless of the activity you engage in, you can keep God on the mind all the time. That's what being God conscious means. You can continue to do whatever else you're doing. You're just doing it with an understanding and a respect for yourself. So people will notice, yeah, that's all you got to do. Sitting, standing, walking, on the phone, driving, making love. Yeah, God did too. You should be. Okay? But while you carry out your normal life duties, you can keep God on your mind. If you go to a P. Diddy party, you ain't got God on your mind, because when you go behind closed doors, when you get to do what you think nobody gonna see, that's integrity. Doing the right thing when nobody's looking. And if you're in that environment, the last thing you think about is God. I go to Atlantic City on the regular. I go there understanding, okay, I know I'm going. I know trust me. You can deal with every situation on your own. That's self-mastery. Again, I use it. I don't just talk about it. I'm living it, so I can tell you from experience. And when we carry out your normal life duties, by detached from them, you always knowing what it's all about God. I'm not a God fanatic, but I keep God on my mind. That keeps me from doing devilish stuff. You can't serve two gods. If you're going to serve God, you can do the right thing. You're going to serve yourself, you can do what you want. That's fine, but there's consequences. Until you don't have, you do this and you practice this, okay? Until you don't have to make an effort to what? To remember who you are. You should never lose track of who you are, and you and God becoming one. Once you become one, man, you know all about you. If you travel on a road, watch this, you made by your own hands daily, you will arrive at the place where you would want to be, or where God wants you to be, however you want to view it, but it's all on you. He ain't going to stop you. He going to be with you. And when you don't get what you think or feel, don't call it act. No, look at yourself. You're responsible for all of that. The things that you don't control, yeah, he got your back. That's what having your back means. If you can't, now as a kid, I got to a situation, I took it as far as I can go. That's God. When you done all you could, physically, mentally, whatever, and then you just gotta let it go and give it to God. I get it now, all those sayings. And if you live in doing, those sayings mean a lot more than just being sayings. I'm learning that as I get older, so yeah, I'm getting better. That's the Egyptian proverb. That's for you. Now let's get to this. You will know who you are when all the time, daily. You will live in this peace of mind daily. You are never getting caught up in what? The illusionary and the dramas and the desires of what? Worldly situation and worldly things. People, places, or otherwise. You maintain your perspective. You're steadfast in what you believe to be best for you. That's all you got to do. I just try to help others. I'm going to do what I need to do for me first. Okay? God told me that. Self-preservation, first law of man. Okay? But when you got you got self. I got self-mastery. So I can help you with mastery of yourself. What? I got it. I did it. I've done it, excuse me. But that's the whole point. I'm only teaching you or telling you what I've done, what I know. I can't give nothing else. Let's go. So, where we at? Now, you will be wait a minute. Caught up in leisure desires of the world. Now, even when your body sleeps, this is my favorite. If you're a lucid dreamer, you astral projector, you'll understand this. Watch. Even in your sleep, you will what? Remain always conscious. I know when I lay down, I'm going into that next realm. I look forward to it. Years of practice, trust me. And you're always conscious. Why? Knowing you are dreaming. That's called lucid dreaming. Some people are scared to death. It's just a dream. Okay? If you haven't mastered the dream state, you've got some work to do on yourself. You will be able to master the dream state. Why? In your waking, everyday state, and even during your sleeping state, you're still in control because you know thyself. To become enlightened, requires you to what? Have a one-pointed, unwavering desire to what? Get to God, your higher self. Get to know God for yourself. When you do that, you know that you and God are what? One. First in your life, that is what? Before all other egoistic desires. God first. The ego, if it takes the back seat, you got good control. If the ego is before God, you ain't got God. You on your own. That's the difference. Ego, remember, edging God out is the ego. We call it set. Y'all call it the devil. Make a difference what you call it. When you have God first, before all other egoistic desires, endurance, patience, and disciplines are required, as this is for the most what cannot be achieved what overnight. It's a process. I didn't get this overnight. No, we talking years moving. So understand, I tell you 35 years, and perhaps not even in a lifetime. Some people don't learn. However, my favorite, this should not discourage anyone because enlightenment is not really something to seek. Would you say? No. Again, not something to seek. It is what we already are. We just have to become enlightened beings. However, because of our ignorance of who we are unable to experience this true nature of self until what? We become awoke and conscious of our higher self. The ego self can't reach that level. You have to raise above that and become your best self by putting in the work. And you'll know what from your higher self, the rewards and the benefits that bestow you. I knew that if I did right, I'd be rewarded every day. And it's been working for the last 11 years. So, yeah, if you do this, cause and effect. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody. You are the cause and effect. Trust me. You reap what you sow. You put good out, you get good back. Simple. Moving on. All right. See, I got to get out of here. So therefore, one should always have a sense of what? Eternity, about its attainment. I have all the time in the world to what? To accomplish this goal. Yet at the same time, you have to maintain a sense of what? Present moment. The only true time we as physical bodies really have. Hello, I will achieve enlightenment when? In this very lifetime. If you won't go through life having fun and doing you, you're not going to achieve enlightenment. You're just going to get what you get, and that's going to be it. You're going to be back again. You got to put some work in, change your lifestyle, change your way of thinking, all those things. What? That's how you better yourself. We wasn't born better, okay? You make yourself better. Moving on. Again, you control that. And here you go. There is a tendency to what? To become overwhelmed by what? A sense of urgency or overly ecstatic when one first gains understanding into what said mysteries of enlightenment. You get a little glimpse of it, they get a little giddy, they get excited, they get beside themselves, and they forget the lesson. Thinking they got the lesson, no, you just got a glimpse. That's like a thief, grab and snatch and run. Okay, that's fine. Moving on. Okay, but that's how ignorant people, respond, even when they get knowledge of self. That's this. There's a tendency, okay, the enlightenment. This fire is fueled by a tremendous release of what? Energy. Know what that energy is? Sexual energy. That's the highest energy that man has. That's how we produce life. And it's fueled by a tremendous release of energy due to what? The removal of energy blocks caused by what? You ready? Ignorance. You can't get past being ignorant. You can't conquer your ego self without being helped along the way. And put the work in for yourself. Once you get the instructions, once you get the ideas, concept, you got to put them to use. Simple. Caution, must be exercised. And one must adhere to what? To the philosophy of Maya. Balance as one proceeds through life when daily. I live my art. I love my art. Listen, I understand those are things that's going to make you be a better you. It worked for me, so trust me, I know that much. Where we at? Oh, good stuff right here. I see the clock. Do not, do not undo, do not apply, excuse me, do not apply undue pressure and criticism on oneself. Always think positive about yourself. Never be the criticism of putting yourself down. No, doing better, being better, yeah, but never the never in a negative connotation of oneself. Think only positive thoughts. Why? Little nature takes care of that. Don't worry. That's why. Like Evan Costello, we teach him how to box. He said, give me a 1-3. He said, 1-3. What about the 2? He said, oh, you'll be getting that. Okay? You have to receive something. You got to take something to give something. That's the concept in boxing, but that was a philosophy in life. Okay, don't put undue pressure on yourself. Why? And do not feel regretful, again, these negative thoughts, or feel the need to what? Take a break from thinking. Your brain can't be shut down just like the heart. They both have to work simultaneously for you to live. So stop wanting to think or not. I can't even put it into words. That just freaks me out. That's all you do. I'm trying to get you to right thing. And that ain't right thinking. Not wanting to just take a break. I don't want to think no more. Getting overwhelmed with situations with ignorance, it will do that. You can't think. You can't articulate. You can't figure it out. So instead of asking for help, you freak out. Moving on. When you feel like you need to take a break from thinking, I just lost whole train of thought about what? The teachings. And you hang out with those what? Who you have now turned negative. I'm not going to lower my standards to talk to people at their level. I'm a falcon. I fly alone. I had a problem with that. I didn't got comfortable doing that. Why? In order to be sociable, I got to act like I'm a sports fan, or I hate that. Okay, if we can't talk God, we ain't got to talk. Well, everything's God. No, but we need to. I'm at that level now. So yeah, if you negative, you that lower level, I'm not messing with you. And this is the process of what? Integration. Trust your spirit to guide you. Change is a process. Everybody ain't gonna change with you. Remember the caterpillar? Some of us gonna stay caterpillars. Don't you be one of them. Okay? Become a butterfly. Do what you need to do. And it takes time, and it requires the utmost patience with who? Oneself. You. Sorry. And with others. As a teacher, I'm very patient. But I had to learn patience with self first. I hold myself accountable before I do anything. And who are really oneself, what? Having come from what? The same mother and father, God, that makes us all brothers and sisters in spirit, conceptually. God said, yeah. What we say, but we don't really understand it. That's the problem. We just use a bunch of words that sound good and give everybody an idea of a condemnation that's not really true. Moving on. Eventually, one will realize that these negative people are nothing more than what? Other souls, lost souls, who like you at one time are in searching for what? The ultimate bliss in life. Happiness, we claim that's what we want and don't know how to go about getting it. I can help you with that. Albeit in all the wrong ways, in the wrong places. That's being ignorant. If you're going on motions, whatever, you don't need to be moving. Why? You moving in the wrong way. That's why when you can move, knowing where you're going, knowing I'm a mountain goat. I plot and plan. I know I'm strategizing. I'm moving. So I understand the concept. But if you ain't understanding where you're going, why you going? Well, I thought, you got to be responsible for that. So remember, every action you're responsible. And watch this. Much in the same way as we once did when we was ignorant. We made dumb decisions. We did bad stuff again. Thus, one now realizes that they're not really no negative people, no, just various degrees of ignorant people. That sounds a lot more nicer, okay? With this insight, and I understand that, again, family, friends don't make a difference. One can convert your anger and your frustration into what? Feelings of empathy, compassion, and having understanding for others. I'm growing to understand that. Not by my choice, okay? But yeah, I'm getting it. I'm understanding. Let he who, watch this, without sin, cast the first stone. If you can understand that and live by that, you won't have to be the one worried about getting stoned. Or you won't worry about throwing the stone. Why? You too busy doing you. That's the difference. And all those who want to cast aspersions, start with yourself. That's what he's saying. Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror. Jesus said that he who perfect cast the first stone. And ain't none of us that, so shut up. Mind your business. Explore the power of what? Positive affirmation. Explore it. Build yourself up. Pump yourself up. Gaslight yourself. I don't care. Just do it. When you have positive affirmations, which what? Which restructures the subconscious mind and your impressions of yourself, think good. Even though trying to better oneself in actions and behaviors, there may still be what? Time when one feels that they are making no progress. Okay. You think because a day or two go by, I'm changing how I think. No, it's a process. Let some time go by. Let some months go by and see what's going on. If you want instant gratification, no, this ain't the microwave concept. No, it's a process that you have to endure. And watch this. Or, excuse me, you're making no progress or even regressing, meaning you don't see them, so you start to go back to, oh no, never go back. The rabbit hole, one way. You got to keep going forward. That's the thing about the rabbit hole. Did you know that? Once you go down the rabbit hole, ain't no going, no, that door shut. You got to go for long haul. That's the concept. If you trying to find God, come on, I got you. Just come on. Don't worry about it. No, it's going to get a little rough. However, with continued striving effort, daily putting in your work towards this most sacred goal of what? Knowledge of self, being your best self, the goal and your daily affirmations of that goal, whether it is when they're waking up early in the morning to do what? Your spiritual exercise or stop smoking, whatever it is, you will achieve it if you put your best effort in it. That's what they're saying. And mine was to know God, so I'm good. Once we experience, watch this, the power of what? That positive affirmation and how much it can have, the effect it can have on your life, we now will develop faith. Here you go. I want to get this part because this is the good part. Faith is the process of what? As the faith becomes rooted what? Deeply in one's heart. Why? One will know that they will also realize that the goal of enlightenment, and regardless of the outer realities of one's life, inwardly one will steadfastly continue to what? Affirm to reach said goal of what? Reaching enlightenment. Self-knowledge. Knowing thyself. The problem is what? We judge and from ignorance, we criticize ourselves much too harshly. Okay, I just told you, right thinkers don't do that. And we give up way too easily. That's those who don't want it. They didn't want to begin it. Okay, they just want a reason to give up. Okay, man, it's too hard. Yeah, okay, whatever. But it takes, so what? Wait, excuse me. They give up way too easily, telling themselves, I'm too weak, or I have not enough willpower. So if it takes 1,000 tries to stop your smoking before one is able to stop, you make sure you beat 1,001 try. What? You're going to stop eventually. Okay? Isn't it better to quit at the age of 50 or 60 than not to quit at all? There goes the question. You have total control of it, and guess what? You might not make 70 if you don't make the adjustment by not smoking. Okay, that's another part you got to take in consideration. And it is a good thing, what? Our parents did not, what? Give up on us. Before we learned to what? Learning how to walk, and we kept falling down, or what we did not know how to have what? Self-defeatist attitude. Every time you fall, you get back up. That's life. Again, nobody taught you that. That's instinctive. So those are things that you should take consideration. Otherwise, what happened? We will still be crawling on our hands and knees today. So no matter if we are falling on our faces or our behinds with our efforts, we must still what? Continue to strive what? Forward, going that way, not back or stopping. Because we know the truth what? Shall set you free. Knowing thyself is the truth, and that's what frees you from what? This earthly bound that you're going to recycle and come around again, and that's the concept. I'm taking it home right now. We're almost there. Engage in activities that will help you remember the teachings. The music you play should have a message. The places you go should be respectable. The people you live and associate with should be of good character. Make sure these are not dragging you into negative thoughts. If you're around toxic environment, you're around negative people, that's going to be a problem. But make sure you don't let them, the negative thoughts, acts, or feelings control you. If they are, always take your time what, and get away. Read elevating text, good books, positive books. Some say the Bible, okay, you can, whatever, as long as it's positive. Contact what? Someone who is what? Ahead of you. Someone who you can learn from, you can glean off of, you can learn from. Someone who is ahead of you in what? In spiritual development. Somebody who's spiritually more knowledgeable in the concepts. That's all. Elder church, same concepts. But preferably a sage, a guru, or other enlightened person, like pastors I just told you, or elders in the church. The technique of maintaining good association is called satsang in Indian yoga discipline. It means student teacher. The admonition given by the Egyptian text is what? Keep company with what? The sage and aka or the wise ones. Somebody of spiritual knowledge that you can learn from. Debating and arguing with somebody on your same level or lower is a waste of your time. The main goal is to keep your mind full of elevated and positive thoughts and gradually purifying your subconscious by putting them into use until what? Any idea of the world of many objects is also now secondary. It ain't important. Also, the subtle desires, the spiritual concepts, which cause you to desire what worldly objects now will be cleaned out. The ego self don't call the shots. It's not telling you, we want this, I want that. It no longer dictates with your actions. It is the desire of the worldly objects that is keeping you from controlling your senses, the physical body, your carnal work, and to calm the mind. Why? A calm mind is essential. A controlled mind is essential. A understanding, rational, logical mind is essential to obtaining the beautiful vision of God. That third eye is what sees God, not these two. You'll never see God with these eyes. They always tell you, not with human vision, regular vision, no, inner vision. That's what God is. That sees inside you. That's the mystery, okay? That's what you're in search of. I'm trying to help you along the way. Wrapping it up. Men and women are to achieve their highest good, aka Godhood, Nihas, Christhood, whatever hood you want to call it, but it's the eternal life. That means you've done something here that's guaranteeing you when this life is over, you're going to where you need to be. Through stability, Jed, meaning understanding the life force, standing firm and committed to your life goals and on point. And you got to understand the vital force, the Buto, that's your mental equanimity, aka good judgment, aka Maya, with wisdom, and Tahuti, which is love for oneself and others, and with true, unwavering devotion to your higher self, which is God. That's all we can do. That's the highest goal you can have as a human. And that's my lesson. That's my time. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 and me 100 miles a day. But if you did the things you used to do or supposed to do, we'll all meet up the same way. I'm out.